Welcome back to Gardening with Dave. We're in the greenhouse. I'll be honest, most stuff is going on at the allotment. This is it's a bit of a mess, but never mind. There is one cool thing, well, two cool things to show you, and that would be padron. Yeah, these are my padrons. Happy with that. Couple of really nice tall ones, and then some floppy ones. Trying to decide what to do with these fellas, whether to do them in here, which is what I normally do, or whether to do them outside. Now, a couple of years ago, I say a couple of years ago, probably more like 5 years ago, I had so many peppers and tomatoes that I ended up having some in here, some in the polytunnel at the allotment, and then some just outside. And the outside ones did very well. So I'm thinking I might add these to the bed, the tomato bed at the allotment, and put them in there. And when I do that, obviously these two that have three maybe that are floppy, I can string them up and they'll be fine. And if you have a look on this one, I don't know if you can see that, but the let me get the angle right. On the stem there, where it's flopped over, it's started to grow roots, because it knows it's next to the earth, so it's trying to grow roots out of the stem. So it's cool. When I plant it out, I can just plant it a bit deeper. You can do the same with tomatoes. If you've got a really leggy tomato, I don't know what happened there. It kind of turned off and now it's going again. Never mind. If you've got leggy tomato plants because they've not had enough light, then you can bury them quite deep in the ground, and all of the buried stem will then sprout more roots, and you get a stronger plant. So it's not a bad thing. So I'm going to do that with those, I reckon. And then I've got a couple of jalapenos. Pretty cool. And last episode I mentioned a cauliflower that I'd grown that was huge, 2.5 kilos I reckon. I found a little video, check it out. Just been down the allotment for the first time in a few weeks. Pretty proud of this collie, look, nearly a kilo. Jesus, how about that? Mental. I've just bought, while you were looking at that, I just noticed these in the padron pots. I've got a tomato that's popped up just from a seed that must have been in the compost that I planted it in. And look here, I reckon that one there and that one there are cucamelons. Maybe another one. Oh, and another two. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to week them out and pot them and see how that goes. But let's check out the allotment. And here we are at the allotment in the abandoned polytunnel. I've just noticed that the plastic's gone on the roof up there. There's some big old holes. And so maybe the rain has been getting in, and as a result, chatting of self-seeding cucamelons, check out this fella. This is a self-seeded tomato plant. I had tomatoes in these 2 bags last year, and not watered it, not been in here all winter. And look at this tomato plant. Oh, pinch out your side shoots. I can only assume that the water from the roof has got in and provided enough sustenance for this to spring to life. And there's a couple more in there, so I'll have to save them. Another one over this side, and that looks like a lettuce, which is weird because I planted these 4 lettuces. I was given these and I didn't plant that one. And yet there's a lettuce growing in here, so
No idea where that's coming from. But these chaps look healthy. I think that's a tomato plant as well, different variety. Had some weird varieties in here, as you can see from the dead stems. But as for self-seeded stuff, there's been a lot of that going on this year, and ideally you want to try and save seeds from the previous year and then sow those, because they are happy. They were happy last year, they like the environment, they like the soil, etc. So in theory they should grow very well again. And this is last year's leeks, and they create these cool seed flower heads. So I leave them, and last year I left a load over there because they were cool and I was working on other bits. But I sowed some packet leeks earlier in this season, and some of those have come up. Let me show you those. They're here, they're doing okay, they're going to come on. Then they'll be transplanted to the leek section. But this is where the leeks were in this general area, and you can see a load of them have self-seeded just in the, while I've been watering this corn, a load of leeks have started popping up. And over here I've got my spinach, loads more. So I'll be able to uproot those and plant them in the leek section. And it's free leeks. So this year, those seed heads over there, I'll let them bloom and let the bees and whatnot fertilise them, and then I'll save them specifically and try and be a bit more organised about saving the seeds. Because while I was in the shed as well the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I found some saved parsnip seeds that I'd let some parsnips grow to seed over the in the spring, last spring, and saved the seeds and found them in there. I'd totally forgotten about them. But then when I sowed my parsnips, a packet of that I'd bought, I thought, well, I'll put in a load of those ones, and I did put a lot in, but they have all come up. These are all the parsnips. You can see a lot of other extraneous weeds knocking about. There's another leek, look. But the saved parsnip seeds, parsnips can be very tricky. I've had years where I've sown 3 brand new packets of them and none of them come up. But it would appear that the saved seed ones are very happy, and the majority have popped up. I've got hundreds there. I'm going to have to pinch them out and just save some, otherwise I'll end up with a ton of tiny parsnips and not enough big ones. The packet ones have also come up here, so it looks like I'm going to have a lot of parsnips this year, which is a result. But yeah, self-seeded. I also, previous years, I've let rainbow chard go to seed, and I've found a few rainbow chards knocking about in different places, and that's cool because you can dig them up and put them where you want them in a neat row. Like these ones, these aren't all saved. I sowed these and had to thin them out. I've got a ton over there. If anyone lives local and wants some rainbow chard, give me a shout, because I've got loads. But I've got enough here, different variety, different colours. Obviously the golden, the elusive golden chard, looking very happy. But just that small row of, I don't know, what's that, 15 plants will create a ton of rainbow chard. So that'll be plenty. Oh look, another leek. There's a good one. And another. And another. They just keep coming. So I think I'm going to do this from now on. I'm never going to buy another leek seed. Been doing it often with tomatoes, saving a particular variety that you like and then sowing those seeds the following year, and that's been very successful. So I need to branch out now and try it with a lot of the others. Perhaps I should let some of my leeks go to seed. I normally try and avoid that because then you don't get the not leeks, sorry, onions, because then it detracts from the bulb and you want big onions obviously. But maybe I could pick a couple if they go to seed and save those as well. But what else have we got going on? Our radishes. Looks like our radishes have started to go to seed now. I've only done radishes a couple of times and they've never yet gone to seed, and I'm not sure whether that means I'm going to have a poor radish crop or not. We shall see. Oh look, perfect. Lovely row of radishes, and here is a red rainbow chard and a weed. Look at that. Just watered, the seed watered when I was watering the radishes, and boom, I have another rainbow chard. Obviously too many, so I might just take that one home and have it as it is. But the banana shallots are coming on very well, nice and established. Carrots all coming on as well, they're looking lovely. We had I planted out my tomatoes just before some poor weather, so they didn't look great for a while, like a bit bedraggled, but they're all starting to come on. And this fella I found in with the onions, and last year I did have a tomato plant in that area, and it was these lovely cherry red tomatoes. So it's clearly self-seeded, and I'm going to keep it and find that should be enough space for it. String it up like these other ones. They're all getting happier, and you can even see on here the first truss of tomato flowers. That needs to be picked out. Pick out your tomato plants, guys. Done it again. My production skills are clearly lacking this new series. Never mind, I'll get there in the end. Over here, the potatoes are starting to flower, which is cool. Purple ones on one side. These I've got 4 different varieties, 4 different rows. Earlies, late second earlies, and then 2 main crops. Can't remember the varieties. I'm pretty sure that last one actually is Maris Piper, because that's the best chipper. But yeah, they're all cool. I have yet to clear this area, but I have removed a lot of the stinging nettles and whatnot from that area. Got to find somewhere to store all that wood and sort that out. Corn is doing well, although this area here, for some reason, something nibbled this first one and that died. Something has lopped the top off of this one, and these 2 don't look too happy, but I have no idea why or what is doing it. I think it must be an animal of some sort having a nibble for some reason, but the rest of it's fine, so why he's had a go at that, I have no idea. What's this courgette here? 8-ball courgette. And if you look just in there is the 8-ball started. Need the flower to grow and open. Oh, look at that side. You see that? They all start with the fruit like this, and it's only if it gets fertilised that it will grow to a full ball in that case, or a full courgette or pumpkin. Side look, weird pumpkin variety, Spark F1, orange, weird mottled orange fellow, and there he is, look. Happy days. So that'll be cool. Parsnips I've already told you about. And over here, in the last video, I was about to plant beans, balotti beans, runner beans, yellow beans. Well, they have come up to various effect. I've had to put this net on because the first ones that came up got nibbled by pigeons, I'm guessing. I think they thought it was a green worm, but they nibbled the top, and that's it for it really, because that's the growing head, and that's it dead. So I thought I'd net it before any more came up, and I have a decent maybe 10 balottis. This was the normal green French bean, and there's a decent 15 of those. This one was the yellow variety from Saved Seeds, and that one looks very healthy. These ones not so much, but you never know, might just be off to a poor start. And there's another half a dozen up there, and then the runner beans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more of them. So they're a bit patchy in their placement, so I will have to move them about a bit, but that'll be plenty. They need more space, so I will dig them up and set them out with more space, and some canes to go up to there for the runners, because they like to climb, and it should all be good. What else? Ah, yes, the brassica tent, bit of a mixed bag. A lot of it, hopefully you can see that through the net, a lot of it is coming on very well. The purple cabbages seem very happy. Can't remember what's in here. Another cabbage, I think, and you see these 3 here not too happy, but those 3 at the back, exactly the same plant from the same container, seem more happy. Then both the collies look good, and then the back there, other than an obscene amount of weeds that I need to get to, a load of the broccoli that I sowed has come up. Let's see if we can see. That's a weed. See this? See the design of that leaf? These are weeds, obviously, but there's a decent row of broccolis in there, and I think there's more cauliflowers at the far end. But obviously, as I was watering this whole area, this trench for the seedlings, it's obviously watered all the weeds as well. So look at that, it's a proper forest of it. That'll get out of hand if I don't get in there soon to hoe it out. So yeah, lovely evening, glorious. It's been a nice day, not too hot, very pleasant. And now I've finished this, I should probably get on and do some weeding. So see you next time. Cheers guys, bye.